Serial killers are nothing new to this channel. In fact, they're actually some of my favorite things to talk about. So, what happens when you find a story about a serial killer, and it just so happens to be an urban legend? Well, you get one of the most frightening urban legends we've ever discussed thus far. So, without further ado, let's talk about one of Canada's most notorious urban legends, the Pennyland slasher. Also known as the Amusement Park, the legend of the Pennyland slasher is about an abandoned amusement park in Canada, known as Pennyland, that is said to be haunted by the ghost of a serial killer and his victims. As the legend has it, Pennyland was one of Canada's most profitable and most popular amusement parks. Some said it was so popular it rivaled the likes of Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags. Open for 25 years, this popular tourist destination had more than 200,000 people enter its gates and enjoy a fun, family-friendly experience. However, the park would soon be forced to shut down after an unfortunate mishap. On one terrible afternoon, there was a horrendous accident that led to the death of 27 people. The Ferris wheel the park was known for suddenly collapsed and murdered everyone on board and a few bystanders. Soon after, the once popular park was forced to shut down. Most of the rides were dismantled, but those that remained fell into disrepair. Since then, locals told stories of the park being haunted by the ghost of the 27 who perished that fateful day. However, that wouldn't be the last of the misfortune that would befall the park. About 10 years later, police were dispatched when they received the call that a body was found inside the old amusement park. They found the body of a junkie who died of a drug overdose inside one of the stalls of a woman's bathroom. Following procedure, they decided to search the park, and what they found horrified them. Where the old Ferris wheel once stood, they found the corpses of the two girls, no older than 15. The bodies were so brutally mutilated that the police officer who made the discovery quit the force soon after. About 1 year later, the police received yet another phone call of a disturbance at the amusement park. When they went to investigate, they found a girl crying out for help. She was scarred, bruised, and bleeding from her nose. She cried of a man chasing her, and, as if on cue, a man wielding a huge butcher's knife came out of the park grounds and chased after the girl. All the policemen on site pulled their guns, and soon a hailstorm of bullets rained against the man. Needless to say, this man did not survive the encounter. Police went in to search the park, and they found the remains of two other girls. The wounds were fresh. Had the police not gotten there in time, the girl they found was likely to become the man's next victim. Ever since then, the park has been explored by many, and by far the scariest paranormal encounter was the story of a boy who went to go explore the park at night. As this teenager went to explore the park, he saw a girl who had cuts all over her face, and she was covered in blood. He tried to help the girl, but then the lights flickered on and off, and before him stood a man holding a butcher's knife. Afraid, he started to back away, and then the lights turned off, and there was nothing but darkness. He grabbed a pipe and started swinging around him to defend himself. But then, the lights came back on. The man and the girl were nowhere to be found. All that remained was a bloody handprint against the window. After first researching the legend, I came to the conclusion that it was too outlandish to be real. But what I found shocked even me. Upon further research, you will find that all this really happened. In an urban legends first, I finally found a legend that is real. The park is real. The policeman who quit it was real. And the corpses that were found on the land were definitely real. As far as the ghost, however, that's still up for debate. But given all the truth behind the legend, is that really any less likely?